Good morning, writers! My name is Elora Gunn, and today I'm going to be talking about 5 fun exercises to improve your writing. If you are a new or aspiring writer, click that subscribe button below, and also follow me on my socials, and those links are in the description. Let's get started. If there is only one bit of advice I can give to new writers, it is this. Practice, practice, practice. Keep writing. Write all the time. Write as often as you can. But sometimes working on a long project, like a book or a novel or a comic strip, can be tiring and you just need a break. So one way that you can keep writing, but also get a little bit of a break, is to do a writing exercise. So today I'm going to give you a quick rundown of my 5 favorite writing exercises. Number 1 is a one-word writing prompt. This one is so simple. It doesn't need a lot of time or planning or thought, and it's a great way to stretch your imagination in new ways. Simply pick a word and start writing. For example, shark, leaf, truck, grief, slumber, home, donuts, crumple. It doesn't have to be complicated. It could be entirely mundane. And with that one word, you could write a short story or a poem or a free write, a journal entry, anything. It doesn't matter. Whichever way you feel inclined to do it. I am not typically a poet, but when I want a little bit of a break from my regular writing, I love writing just short, quick little poems. They don't have to be masterpieces. They're just for me to practice. I've actually shared a lot of the free writes that I've done with my critique partners and writing buddies on my Instagram. So I'm gonna leave a link in the comments below from 1 or 2 of them that I've done before if you want a more concrete example of what a one-word free write looks like. Number 2 is pictures. You do this one really similar to how you do the last one, but instead of picking a word, you pick a picture. I personally really loving pixels.com. It's just a website of stock images. So I'll go in and I'll type in a random phrase like happy, and then I'll just scroll through the pictures until I see one that stands out to me, and then you just take a minute, look at the picture, think about what story comes to your mind that picture brings, and go. Just start writing. Just remember that once that idea hits of like, oh, that looks sort of like a vampire hanging around that corner, just go with it. You don't have to find the perfect story. It's just an exercise. Number 3 is to do a quick character study, particularly if you are writing a novel or any longer form of book. It's really good to get to know your characters as much as you can. Doing a quick character study is a great way to lock down their personalities, their likes and dislikes, all those little things that make them more human, more real. There are many ways that you could do this. A couple examples are you could write a deleted scene from your book, something that character will experience that just is not relevant to the story at all. You could write something from their past, something that will absolutely never occur during the timeline of the story, but is important to their character and their character arcs. Or a really fun one to do is to take that character and put them in a situation that they would absolutely never experience. For example, if you've got some stoic Black Knight character, you could drop him in the mall to go shopping and just see what his reactions are like. It doesn't need to make sense. It just needs to be genuine of what their reaction would be. Number 4 is good old-fashioned writing prompts. These are always fun, and they're always a little bit easier if you're just not feeling very creative lately, because they'll give you a bit of a nudge in the direction that the story needs to go for the prompt. They'll give you a line of dialogue, or where the story is starting, or maybe something about the setting, but they'll give you just kind of a little bit of a push to know which way to start. The best way to find these is to just go to Google and type in writing prompts, and I promise you, you will have more than you know what to do with. And my 5th favorite writing exercise is to do a retelling. I love these because they can be a longer project. If you don't want to do something that's just a couple paragraphs, maybe you want to do something that's 1 to 5,000 words or a couple of pages. These are perfect for that. And just like a writing prompt, they take some of that mental work and do it for you. You don't have to sit back and think, now, What is the plot for Snow White? You already know it. So when you're ready to do this kind of an exercise, you pick your story, Snow White for example, and you say, what if? You can get really creative with this one. You can go into a deep character study of the Wicked Queen. You could do a what if. What if the prince never kissed her? Or what if Snow White was actually the one that was evil in that story and the queen was trying to stop her? There are countless possibilities for this one, and it is so much fun. And who knows? Maybe working on a retelling is how you start your next book. So now that we've talked about this, let's go down to the comments and get a little bit of practice in today. Your one-word writing prompt for today is door. Go down to the comments, time yourself for 5 minutes, and just write. I am excited to see what you guys come up with. These exercises are all wonderful ways to expand your skills and become more comfortable as a writer. And remember, don't worry about perfection with these. That is not the goal here. The goal is to simply write. Try new things, throw a little bit of paint at the wall and see what happens. Let yourself be free to write anything that comes into your mind, and you'll be amazed at what comes out of there. And that's it for this week, and for real this time, go get writing. Go try an exercise. And I'll see you next week with another video of helpful tips.